stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Their health care bill is little more than a vehicle to give another tax break to the wealthy, made possible by cutting care and raising costs on middle-class Americans and those struggling to get to the middle class.
Wow, that narrative is a total lie from Chuck Schumer. A total lie. It doesn't give another tax break to the rich. It's calling back an unfair tax put on small businesses, over $1 trillion that should have never been put on small business to begin with. I love the way they spin. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember, today is the last day you can get your free color-coded chart, the MV2. So just remember, you join a gang, it's $39.95 for a month. And then you get your MV2. It's free. It's an incredible chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, and you can follow me on the very stocks that I'm involved with at the same time. So make sure, here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Make sure you get it. Today is the last day. Also, we're going to take calls today like we do every Friday. 855-745-7445. 855-745-7445. I'd like to hear from you. Take a look at your stock. I'll put it on the MV2. I'll give you an idea of what your stock is doing and give you some good information. All I ask, if I give you some good information, you make some money. Remember, St. Jude Partner in Hope program is $25. We've been doing this for over 18 years, promoting St. Jude. When we started the show 18 years ago, we started to support St. Jude, and we've been doing so every day. Why? Because my son had cancer. St. Jude's a great, you just can't say enough about St. Jude. The problem is it costs $2.2 million a day to keep the doors open. So your monthly gift ensures families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment. It's incredible. And the childhood cancer survival rate increased from 20% to 80% because they are a research facility. So please, if you come again, that's why we always kept our, in 18 years, we haven't increased our fee, $39.95. Kept it the same for 18 years. Tell me somebody else who does that. Okay, let's get started here. We got a lot to talk about today, so the phones are open. Again, 855-745-7445. Don't forget to get your free chart, okay, for 1 month. And let's talk a little bit. I got so much to go over. But this Schumer drives me nuts. First of all, what makes me really grumpy is how the Republicans themselves have screwed up. They have blocked President Trump and his agenda. They've done more damage to President Trump than the Democrats. President Trump has done more than any president. Really, getting out of the gate. But he can't get through his big three. You can't get through the tax breaks. You can't get through Obama, the repeal, which you got to repeal it. You got to. It's just ridiculous. Just repeal it, get rid of it. See, the repeal of Obamacare, what makes me grumpy, should have taken place within the first few hours that he became president. What are you, nuts? Think about it. The Republican Party has control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Are you kidding? Are you nuts? How can you have the control of the three branches of government and not get through the agenda you want? Because they're sabotaging this president. They want to see him fail. The Republicans want to see him fail. I mean, after all, I mean, think about these guys in Washington. They have 218 days vacation a year. They make $175,000. Their pension's $140,000 for life. Let's see who we're dealing with here. You're dealing with the evil. These people are evil. They do nothing. They do nothing for the country. They do everything for themselves. And this is proof. How could you not get through the tax cuts? How could you not get through the infrastructure bill and repeal and throw Obamacare out when you control three branches of government? The only way if you're colluding to take the president down, and that's what they're doing. So don't blame, if Obamacare doesn't go through, the tax bill doesn't go through, don't blame the president. Blame these geniuses. Now, the repeal of Obamacare, as they say, should have taken place. It should have been done. And it could have been done. Here's what makes you sick. It could have been done with a simple majority vote. But it didn't happen. Because of the Republicans who are cowards. Yeah, that's right. These Republicans are cowards. Really are. And remember, the longer the process went on, more the opposition. That's right. We had more opposition. The momentum kept gaining. The people the congressmen who didn't want to go back to their states and tell the truth to their constituents, put their man pants on and go back and tell the truth. That we can't afford to send $400 billion a year, that's without the $80 billion a year, to 31 states. Especially the $80 billion for the ones who wanted to expend Medicaid. We just can't afford it. You got to go home and say, we can't afford it. The federal government, we can't afford it anymore. The states are going to have to take care of their own Medicaid, take care of their own people. They're going to have to raise their taxes. They raise their taxes in their states, their cities, their counties. They got to take care of their own. No more. We can't afford it. That $400 billion plus the $80 billion. Think about this. $80 billion to cover 31 states and 11 million more people. Are you nuts? How stupid is that? You mean the states can't do that? Stop playing politics. So to get reelected, do what's right for the country, and then you'll be doing what's right for your constituents. The idea to repeal the individual mandate, but leave the pre-existing condition. Yeah, you see what they want to do? They have an idea that they want to repeal the mandate, the individual mandate. You have to have insurance, but they want to leave the pre-existing condition waiver. That won't work. It's dumb. What a dumb idea! Because the insurance pools will soon be filled, like with Obamacare, with just sick people. Yet the unhealthy people would still buy insurance, but healthy people wouldn't because they no longer are mandated. Insurance providers will go broke. They'll go bankrupt. You can't be half private and half socialist. You got to have a free market. These politicians, and the problem is this, most are lawyers. That's why they can't get it done. These politicians, most lawyers, they think like lawyers. That more regulations is the answer to the cost problem. And they think the more they fill up with regulations, the more words they put in a document, that's the answer to lower premiums. That's how lawyers think. Because they charge by the pound, their words. Get the lawyers out of there. Let's put some regular people in there. We'll get that bill done in 2 days. That's what should be done. Anybody who is a lawyer should not be working on this bill. We only use them like a mechanic on the car when it's done. Close the hood after. That's it. Give me my keys. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
I have learned so much.
You're really one of the best I've ever heard. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side.
I have so much more confidence in when I'm in my trading.
Phil, keep up the good work.
I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best. And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job.
Join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Phil Grandy here, Phil's Gang Radio Show. To all my listeners in San Francisco, I want to reach out and thank you all for listening on Business Radio KDOW, KDOW 1220 AM.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer because that is such a scary word. When St. Jude finds something that works well with a certain cancer, they share that with everybody. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge. We just have to worry about helping Chandler, and he's just my heart.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, remember today's your last day to get your free chart, your MV2 color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell. You also can follow me with the stocks and the exchange-traded funds that I'm in. Every night after the radio show, I do a video on my 5 stocks, the same 5 stocks I stay in all year long, so you can do exactly what I'm doing. And you also can follow me on the exchange-traded funds that I'm in. So if you are a busy person and you don't have time to do any learning, this is perfect for you. This is perfect. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Make sure you get your chart. Today's the last day. And I'm telling you, you're going to love it. At the end of the month, if you don't want it, that's it. Or if you don't want to stay with the membership, don't need that either. Just walk away. Also, here's another number, 855-745-7445. 855-745-7445. Give me a call right now, and I'd love to talk to you about a stock that you may be interested in or a stock that you are in, and then I'll try to help you with that stock. The Dow right now is up 100 points, but don't get excited. Guess what? The market is in real weak shape. Why? What does that mean? Remember when on June 9th we had a flash crash out of the big tech stocks they call the alphabet stocks, the FANG stocks, the very stocks that create this whole rally. And now the stocks, and think about this, which is kind of amazing. Okay, these stocks, these 6-7 stocks, it's only about 6% of the market, but they contribute about 50% of the rally. I mean, of the profits. Can you imagine that? And most of the rally. I mean, that's incredible, just 6 stocks. But there's a big problem right now with these stocks. The big money, they've gotten out. They got out of Facebook. They've gotten out of Apple. They pulled their money out. Look at Apple. Apple was interesting. If you want to know why you need the chart, get this. It was green back in, we had a buy signal back on May 22nd. And then it turned red. Told us, okay, time to get out. In other words, the stock went from $143 up to $156. And then it, about a 9% gain, but then it turned red. And then it dropped from $156 down to $142. It dropped 9%. The thing with using a chart rather than fundamentals, because it identifies the money flow. So wasn't that beautiful? So Apple gave us a great signal to get out before it collapsed. But here's the problem. Amazon, Google, Netflix, they're all in trouble. The institution money that was pulled out on the 9th of June is not going back in. That's telling you something is wrong. They don't have confidence. Here's what they know. They know for 8 years that this stock market has been propped up, and the stock market rally of 215% is, you have to give all that credit to the liquidity that all these central banks around the world, including our central bank, has printed and then injected into the stock market. This whole rally, the credit goes to the injection of this money. But the problem is, we're getting to a point now with we haven't worked on growing the economy. So the economy is so bad, and the data is so bad, the economic fundamentals, that the big boys who pulled their money out of these 6 main stocks are not putting it back in because they're starting to think there's a different mood now. They're saying, wait a minute, enough is enough. We need to replace the central banks and the liquidity that they've been printing and putting into this market for 8 years to shove it up, to push the stock market right up. We got to replace it with good economic fundamentals. We need higher interest rates. We got to start raising rates, because the only way, if we raise rates, is the only way we're going to stop all of this foolishness of stock buybacks. In fact, with this fake test they gave this week, yes, this week, remember, we started off with this fake bank test, and it's ridiculous. First of all, she comes out and she says that she doesn't think we'll ever see a crash again in our lifetime. Imagine that. That's how we started the week. And then she said, all 31 banks passed this rigorous test. Really? With flying colors? Yeah, really. Because the banks need to identify, the test was the banks need to identify how they had adequate capital to withstand a severe recession or an economic downturn. Now, they said they passed. They did have enough capital. That's a lie. The problem, they left out of these tests their exposure to derivatives. If you add into that test, how do they stack up? Once you put out the derivatives, the exposure, which is 10 times greater than the capital they have, it means that 31 banks are insolvent. They also left out of the test purposely certain scenarios, like what happens if the unemployment rate hits 15%? What happens if the asset prices or stocks decline by 50%? What will happen to these banks? What happens if the default rates hit 20% or greater? What happens? No, they didn't include any of those. This was a fake test. So they could justify increasing dividends, but doing $47 million more in stock buybacks so that when they buy the stock, there's less shares available. That means they spread their profits over fewer shares. That artificially pushes up earnings, which pushes up the stock, and nobody wins on that except the 1 percentile who 80% of their incomes come from the stock market. Main Street doesn't benefit. Main Street gets hurt because guess what? By not taking and putting that money in capital investment, we don't have productivity. Remember, we always hear about how consumption is so important. It's 70% of our economic growth. Well, wait a minute. No, more important is productivity. That's much more than consumption. Much more important is the productivity, because that productivity is what increases our wages, increases our salaries. And it's those wages and salaries which we take and consume. So it's the productivity is more important. But you don't get productivity unless the CEOs take their profits and shove it into the company for capital investment. Instead, they're buying stock, their own stock. Nuts. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
It took me a long time to be able to say Chandler has cancer, because that is such a scary word. St. Jude takes care of absolutely everything. And knowing that we don't have to pay for all of the medical expenses, that's huge.
St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude is uniquely positioned to advance the cures of pediatric cancer, I think better than any other institution in the world. The contributions make a big difference.
Donors are important to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you. We have the resources and we have the focus. And so if St. Jude doesn't do it, who will?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Performing technical analysis is no easy task for any investor unless conducted with a professional stock charting service. At Phil's Gang, we offer a choice of high-power, color-coded stock charts, all seamlessly integrated, so you can tackle the market the way you want to. The Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 Stock Charts. From Phil's Gang are high-performance HTML5 web-based charts that work on any browser and device, so you can put live streaming data and fully interactive charts in the palm of your hand. Phil Grandy designed the MV software to have the best features, and so far the early reviews have been great. You can plot charts on an intraday basis as well as on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. There is also a built-in watch list that you can customize to your liking. For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. And remember, today is the last day that you can get your free MV2 chart. It's a value of $29.95. You get it for free for a month, so you can use it. And all you have to do is join my gang, Phil's Gang. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, or go to my site, philsgang.com, and then use the code MV2. MV2. Okay. Free MV2. There you go. Thank you. Free MV2. All right. Let's talk about, again, we had a pretty good week this week. We had some silliness come in. The big problem we're having right now is, again, what's holding everything up is this health care bill. But it shouldn't prevent you from making money. In fact, if you want to know how well we do with the MV2 chart, we have our returns posted. You can get in and see it. Just go to philsgang.com and then just go to where it says returns. And just under it says toolbox. And then you click on MV2 returns under Phil's toolbox. Everybody can see it. Click on. And it shows you our returns. Those are real. Okay? Those are real. All right? But I think it's a great value. Once you start using the chart and you get away from fundamentals, you'll love it because it's so much easier. And also remember, at the end of the night, I go over my 5 stocks that I'm in all year long, plus all my exchange traded funds I'm in. So you can just follow and do exactly what I do. Okay, we have a caller, Ruckus. How are you, Ruckus?
Good. How about you? Thanks.
Okay, and what is the stock you're looking for? Nugget.
Yeah, Nugget.
Okay, and what do you want to know about Nugget?
Is it time to buy or?
Okay, well, here's what's going on with all gold, okay? Yes, gold right now has been beaten down. Now, here's the good thing. The dollar is falling apart again. That's good. And when the dollar drops, that's good for all commodities. Oil, gold, silver. But the reason we're not seeing gold go up as this dollar is going down is because of the narrative how everything is terrific. And when you hear every day how earnings are strong when they're not strong at all. Matter of fact, yesterday we just got the number on earnings, and for the first quarter, 2017, decreased by 2.3%. But the narrative is so pumped up that nobody wants to, they don't feel they have to go to gold, which most people go when they feel they need, security. When they feel things are falling apart. But I'm going to tell you this. The gold mining stocks are going to be one of the biggest leaders going into the second half of the year as the dollar is going to continue to tumble. And you're also going to see oil. Oil right now, same thing. Oil is starting to consolidate. I'd be starting looking at some of the oil service stocks along with your gold, and then wait for your buy signals on your MV2. But that's where the money's going. We're seeing a total rotation right now, rotating out of the big tech stocks, and they're starting to push money towards their oil. Next will be gold, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're more than welcome. Okay. All right. So, again, the problem we're having is that they're doing everything to just keep pumping up this economy, how everything is terrific when it's not. But that's why we got charged. So we wait and follow the big institutions. They really know, and they don't care if the economy's good or not. They got to make money. They got to make money for their clients. So we want to know where J.P. Morgan's putting their money, and we'll follow it. We don't get involved in the political part of it. We don't get involved in any of it. Just if they're putting money in the oil stocks, and we can start seeing that now. We see a rotation coming out of the tech stocks, the semis, and going into oil. So now we take our MV2, and when it gives us our buy signal, we'll buy. So here's the problem. As I said, a weak dollar, okay, is the problem. And right now we got a weak dollar policy. So and remember, we started out this week with the ECB, the central banks, tightening rates, and they're starting to tighten. So what they're doing is they're cutting back their purchases of their bonds. Instead of doing $80 billion a month in bond purchases, they're doing $60 billion. Aunt B, after the weak data this week, she's doing the opposite. She's weakening her policy on aggressive tax policy, which means when you got one that's weakening, and the one that is strengthening, that means the dollar is going to get hit further and the dollar is going down. And this is setting up a great opportunity for buying gold and gold mining stocks. Not right now. The last time we went through this, we ended up with over 140% return on gold mining stocks. That was in 2015, early 2016. I hope we can repeat that again. The dollar is what suffers from printing money. This is the real problem people don't understand. In other words, this weak dollar policy, okay, is a clear indicator that Aunt B is going to continue the Fed's 8-year policy of propping up the stock market by printing money and injecting it into the market. A weak dollar policy that the president went from a strong dollar policy to a weak dollar policy tells us that. They're going to keep injecting this liquidity to keep moving the market higher and higher. Instead of injecting economic fundamentals into the market so we have a solid, sustainable stock market, they don't care anymore. See, we got to start raising rates and capital investment so that we can start injecting economic fundamentals instead of injecting all this printed money, which only benefits the 1 percentile who 80% of their income comes from the market, while everybody else in the country suffers. Their wages don't go up. They don't have any opportunities. See, the dollar is what really suffers from printing that money. to put into the market. It's just it. And then what that dollar does is it gets weaker and weaker. Not only is it associated with a weak economy, but the weaker the dollar gets, it hurts the very people who the politicians say they intend to help. Yes, it hurts the low-wage people, the middle-class people. A weak dollar reduces buying power. You need that buying power. Because what happens when you go to the supermarket, you're going to buy something, and it's going to be more expensive now than the week before because your dollar is worth less. So we got to stop this. We got to replace this liquidity injection. If we don't, and we keep doing more QE, and we go up another 5,000, 10,000, I'm telling you, you're going to see a crash like you never saw before, and we'll be ready for it. That's because we use charts. And remember, as long as we keep with this cheap money scenario, CEOs will keep buying their stock back. Because do you remember, it was Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, when they first became president, they said CEOs of companies are making too much money. They're making too much more money than their employees, so their workers. So what we got to do is we got to cut their salaries. So we're going to go ahead and tie them to stock performance. Boy, was that stupid. So that's why you're not getting a wage increase. That's why you can't find a good job. Because when the CEOs, when they're tied to their salaries tied to a stock going up, they're buying the stock of the company to push it up. They're not putting that money into the company, which goes into productivity. That's where your wages go up. That's where you get overtime. They're not doing that. So until we stop this nonsense of this injecting of dollars into the market, to keep printing this money, we're not going to go anywhere except on the stock market. Think of this market. It's gone up 215% with no profits. Very few profits. So what's happening is also we're getting the yield to start rallying, the 10-year Treasury. Because investors really believe now the banks are going to be more profitable because they're going to be charging higher rates now. Now, that's wrong. That's not going to happen. So the Treasury is going up, indicating everything's wonderful because the banks are going to be making more money, more profitable at higher rates. That's not true. And I'll explain that when we get back. And we're going to take a look at some bank stocks and which bank stock you should be in. Get your free chart right now. Call.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
I have learned so much.
And you're really one of the best I've ever heard. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I have so much more confidence in when I'm in my trading.
Phil, keep up the good work.
I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best. And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job.
Join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Phil Grandy here, Phil's Gang Radio Show. To all my listeners in San Francisco, I want to reach out and thank you all for listening on Business Radio KDOW, KDOW 1220 AM. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money. The hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
To be able to just get my son to St. Jude and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the MaxVest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the MaxVest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, the banks are very important because the banks are what leads the market. And when there was a rotation where the market was going up and the banks were going down, I kept saying to my gang, let's keep watching the banks. They're not going to let that stay because you can't sustain a rally if the banks are going down and the market's going up. It's impossible. So let's look for some buy signals. And we did on 3 stocks. We did J.P. Morgan. More than 3. We did J.P. Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, and Goldman Sachs. And we've done terrific with those stocks. Terrific. Now, the stocks that went up yesterday because of the stress test, don't be jumping in and chasing. You're too late. We bought these stocks, remember, around June 5th to June 6th, June 5th to June 7th. So we got in them early. And with the chart, it told us when to buy early. Now people are getting into bank stocks today. You're out of your mind. So please get this free chart, just the last day, 855-745-7445. Okay, let's talk a little bit about again, I want to get back to this healthcare because this has to do with the stock market. But before I do that, remember this guy by the name of Donny Deutsch? He owned this big advertising agency. Nobody knew who he was until then Donald Trump got him on The Apprentice, and they did a task over at his advertising agency. Matter of fact, I still remember what it was. They had to get together and design some sort of marketing for a car. He became famous after that. But this is how he pays back Donald Trump today. Listen to this.
If somebody said this about my daughter, and I once again, I'm going to elevate the conversation. Donald, if you're watching, we're from Queens. I'll meet you in the schoolyard, brother. I'll meet you in school.
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
Do you believe that? Hey, Donald, you're listening. Hey, brother, I'll meet you in the schoolyard, brother. Donald, he calls him Donald, doesn't call him. Can you imagine what would happen if he said that to Obama? There'd be a SWAT team around the MSNBC studios. They'd be arresting him tonight. Isn't that? I mean, I don't care if you have grievances or not. That is awful. That is terrible. I mean, it just really upsets me. They're not going to do anything about it. And Chuck Schumer, he's another guy that should be in jail. Look, here's the way this whole thing's going down. Listen to this. I'm going to play the whole cut for you.
Their health care bill is little more than a vehicle to give another tax break to the wealthy, made possible by cutting care and raising costs on middle-class Americans and those struggling to get to the middle class.
And that's a total lie. Let's take the first part.
Their health care bill is little more than a vehicle to give another tax break to the wealthy.
No, it's not. How is it a tax break? How is that stealing from the poor and giving the rich a tax break? What are you, nuts? When Obama is the one who stole from the small business owners in the first place to give to the poor, which was not his to give. In other words, Obama went in, he knew he made a big mistake. He did not drop the rates on investment, the investment tax, capital gains tax. When he purposely did not drop capital gains tax, revenue sunk. He saw what happened when Bill Clinton dropped the rates. It soared. The revenue to the Treasury soared because the more you drop the tax rate on investments, on the money you make, the more you're going to invest. He didn't do that because he was afraid at the time that he would upset all those people who were out on the street. They were what were they called? They had a group that they were going up against the banks. I can't remember their name now, but he was afraid that he was going to disturb and get upset the Occupy Wall Street people who he supported, Pelosi supported, and was funded by George Soros. So he didn't want to come out and go against them. That's the problem. He didn't want to do that. So, but just I'm running out of time, so I just want to get to this. So what he's saying is that when he put the tax in, he said, I'm going to create $1 trillion revenue source. I'm going to put a tax in and hide it in the Obamacare bill. And it's a tax, really, on people who make $250,000 a year or more. It'll raise $1 trillion. Who are those people? Those are small businesses. So he puts that tax in. Now, remember, these are small businesses. These are the people who make the country go. They make the jobs. They're the engine behind our economy. So he charges them $1 trillion. So now Trump says, I'm going to take that back. So how do you get that he's stealing from the poor, that is a tax? How is that a tax break? That's not a tax break. That tax was put on the small business through Obamacare. Trump, knowing how badly that hurt small businesses, where they stopped hiring people, they stopped doing capital investment because they had to pay this 3.9% tax, he's going to take it back. And Schumer is making it sound like there's this whole health care bill is a tax break. No, it's not. It wasn't for Obama to give in the first place. Now that he takes it back, that would be like some a community worker, social worker. He knows this poor kid needs a bike. So what he's going to do, he's going to go to the rich kid's neighborhood, and he sees some bike out in the yard of this rich kid, and the community organizer, he steals the bike and he gives it to the poor kid. And the parent from the rich kid comes over and says, I'm taking my bike back. And the community organizer, Obama, calls the police and says he's stealing this kid's bike, even though it was stolen by him to give to the kid. He says, and what's the rationale? He's entitled. And that's the rationale they're using now by saying, oh, we're not going to pass this bill because they are stealing money from the poor by taking back this tax cut. Just like Medicaid. Medicaid is, remember how they fund Medicaid and Medicare. Medicaid is financed by payroll, Medicaid is financed by a payroll tax. It's called FICA. And the tax is equal to 2.9% of the income, with 1.5% withheld from the worker for matching the 1.45 paid by the employer. Medicaid, remember, on the other hand, Medicare is financed by the payroll. Medicaid isn't. But Medicaid is funded by the federal government from the general fund, and the states general fund. So Medicaid, there's an agreement between states and the federal government to fund it. There's no direct tax on it. But there is, in a sense, because remember, the federal, how they get that money is from the people, the small amount of people who pay the federal income tax. 77 million households don't pay any federal income tax. Just very few people do. They are funding that whole Medicaid. Are you kidding me? Why should just a few people fund the whole Medicaid? What you got to do is they got to put their man pants on. These senators, they're afraid to go and tell their people, look, we can't afford, the federal government can't afford $500 billion a year and sending you money for Medicaid. You got to start raising your own Medicaid. You got to start raising taxes in your state. Got to start raising taxes in your cities, your towns. You got to take it over. And let the money stay with the federal government so they can do research and development and they can do the things they need to do for this country. But you got to, no more on the dole. You got to start raising your own money through taxes. And here's why it will work. There is over $220 billion in Medicaid fraud. If Medicaid was funded by your city, or Medicaid funded by your county or by your state, there wouldn't be that kind of fraud. Because the people at the state or city level, they would find these people who are committing fraud. Because if taxes kept going up in your city, or your county taxes went up, or your state taxes went up because of all this Medicaid fraud, especially disability checks, people are going to scream and yell. That's why we just got to get rid of this whole darn thing. Let's just go to a free market. Go cross state lines, whatever you want to do. This is ridiculous. It's killing our economy. We'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.